So right now I'm working on Fuoco by Dyens. And so I'm working in the middle section where it does this thing. And so, yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of go through it and tell you what I do. So we get here from this part. Okay, so that would be measure 37 after the little scale. First of all, you have to make sure that you have a metronome to practice this, because you gotta first make sure that you can land here and not worry about the you're gonna land. The next measure is on that sixth string. Right? So if I'm gonna put a metronome here, right, that slur, right, there we go. Okay, that means I should probably go slower. Okay, so once you have the scale, practice the scale by itself, you can start from that next measure, or maybe the note leading up to measure 37, which would be this F sharp right here. So I'm not gonna worry about dynamics yet. I'm just gonna make sure that I can play this on time. Taka, 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 taka. My fingers need to move very precisely. Right, so that's so in order to help you be more precise there, you can accentuate or start on different fingers, right? So the pattern is just P, A, M, I. You can start with P, so you can start on I. You can start on M. And you should accentuate the downbeat, obviously, so I'm just trying to accentuate different fingers. Now here I noticed my hand started getting tense and kind of turning like this, just because I'm starting to get tense. So you gotta make sure that you're relaxing again. You can also do downbeat with P, but you can accentuate different fingers. So I'm gonna accentuate I. I'm gonna accentuate M. And again, focusing on relaxing again, because like I said, every time I stop thinking about it, my hand starts getting like this and kind of tense. Now A. this is gonna help you control your fingers individually. Because sometimes what happens is we start getting, we'll do, or something like that, instead of doing it very square, very taka 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 taka. Right, and that is what this piece needs, right? Just, you got to be very precise in there. Now once you got that, so you add the note, and what I do is I start imagining what it would be like to do without doing it yet, so that my hands don't get confused, but my brain is kind of getting ahead of it, right? So sorry, I'm gonna put this again. Just imagining doing that bend. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it one time just to test it out, right? Okay. And the point of this is that you do it one time, every 4 times you do a bend, right? So maybe you cut it in 2, right? And eventually you kind of get it, without losing the precision on the right hand, right? Because the right hand still you should just be thinking of the right hand as if it was playing just this. And then you sneakily add a finger, and then you sneakily add a bend. You could even time that bend to go in rhythm, right? I either do it that slowly, or maybe I'll do it really fast. So that it feels like it's on the beat. Then your fingers get less confused. Okay, let me speed it up a little bit. That's 100 BPM right now. Okay, so first thing, once it gets to measure 39, it'll go into this. Right? It's gonna be the same idea with this. Right, if you take away the left hand, it's actually hard to make it very precise. So what I do is I start thinking about the thumb. That's gonna be the rhythm that the thumb plays. So maybe I'll accentuate it at first. Or at least think about it all the time, just so that I'm being guided by this thumb, right? So in my mind, I'm listening to this. That's gonna make me stay in time. I don't have to accentuate it, I just have to think about that. So what I did earlier is I was accentuating different things here. So for example, I was accentuating the notes that M and A play, and then everything else quiet. So then I was doing I. Actually, it's hard to do all the fingers at once and then accentuate I. So what I was doing was just P and I. So that's the sound, that's the movement that I is doing. Try that, accentuating different fingers. But I always go back to the thumb as my guide. I feel like it's the more secure one. Right? So obviously you have to practice the switches, the shapes by themselves. I've already done this, so that's why I'm not going into it, but practice that shape. Just practice moving from there to here smoothly. Right? That's not it. Basically taking away the challenge of the right hand just for a little bit until you get the shapes right. Once you got the shapes right, then you can just worry about being precise on the right hand, right? That's actually piano subito. So first you practice right there, that's measure 51, 52, 53. 53, last beat of 53, where it does that the little triplet, right? So first you can practice that, and then you add the triplet. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to message me, comment, or send me a private message. Have fun practicing.